Toronto Moy, Aharja. Kazima Tashiv, how you doing? As usual, I'm not 100% ready, but last minute Connor and all that. I wanted to play a wee tune that I heard. This great singer that I heard the other day. He's a powerful singer. Not a famous person, maybe famous in his own area or something like that. Local sort of a sense. Possibly, I don't know. I've never heard of him before, but a friend, a friend had sent it to me. So is this it? Let me see. Yes, because I can see I've said, "Oh wow," underneath and what's up. This is definitely it. So Kieran Curran is this fella's name. Can we get that? What sort of a share screen will we do? Good evening, Paul. Good evening, Lockboyne. The end. Good man. Entire screen. Let's go for application window. Oh no, your entire screen. Share audio as well. Boom. Yeah, this is the. Can you see that okay? Hopefully you can. This song just speaks of blood and soil. It oozes blood and soil. So that's good. I'll get that started up, but I'm tidying up, sorting out a few more wee things here. Let me go back to the stream now. All right, be careful. Okay, I have to say got it. Good old computer. Needs a few coffees. But that's starting up. How's everybody? Big news today. Government formation, it looks like. Right? Well, we sort of we were expecting that, weren't we? Like, there was rumors of possible election, but even they didn't know. It all depended on the outcome of these talks. Of course, they had to have an election up their sleeve. That they would have been looking at that, but as to what extent, everything depends. Everything depends on everything else. It depended on coming to a deal. This is where I don't go with these people who say that everything's planned out to the last degree, because you do have. Here we go. I'll shut up for a second. I'm trying to get the volume of this.
Grassy green called my name. The land called me home. I heard my people call my name. But the island called me home. The people bowed and made their way to their house and home. Mother Earth for a time stood still and waited as we're told.
Right, I didn't do that right. I'm going to do it a different way, because I can't work. I've shared it in a way that whatever I do is going to show up on the screen. So I want to put him up, Kian up, and sing, and then I can do my stuff in behind. So let me do this again. Yeah, why am I on twice? Yes. Stop sharing the screen. Yeah, okay, bear with me. Could you hear that okay, by the way? Five by five. Was that all right? Was that Let's give this a fast. This is haunting. Now, I have to admit that I did hear it at 12 o'clock at night or 1 o'clock in the morning when the haunting nature does come through more.
Call my name. The land called me home. I heard my people call my name. But the island called me home. The people bowed and made their way into their house and home. As Mother Earth for a time stood still, and we did as we're told. We did as we're told. All the noise and the fuss is gone, and an island is standing still. What's really going on inside? Have you got much time to kill? The grass is green called my name. But the land that called me home. I heard my people call my name. But the land that called me home. I heard the howling from my blood and bones. They said, don't you worry, boy. We've been here for a long, long time. Trust me, we'll be all right. Where's my sword and where's my shield? Cries the warrior within. Where's my sword and where's my shield? Cries the warrior within. Where's my sword and where's my shield? Sure, where would we begin? Where would we begin? Where's my sword and where's my shield? Sure, where would we begin? Where would we begin?
That's pretty nice, isn't it? Any responses to that? Where's my sword and where's my shield? Where would we begin? I heard my people call my name, but the land that called me home, right? That's Keanon Curran. I'll stick his link up in a second. So I'm just finishing up, putting a link into the Telegram. Sorry, to this YouTube stream. So, how we're doing? Do we understand what groyping is? Groyping is putting up a narrative as a crowd, as a mob, trolling, sort of like group trolling. I better close this window. Yeah. Group trolling, either for a crowd or in a crowd. So you can do a lone troll, but you've got people watching you. Like, for example, if you're in a radio show and you know you've got your people in the audience listening in, and you sort of like edge, you get in under false pretenses to talk about some issue because you know if you called in to talk about mass immigration, for example, they would never put you on, but you talk about something else, and then this is the skill part of it. You wind your way around to talking about your narrative. That's one aspect. That's the solo groyp, but it's to a crowd. You've got your people watching. They know that you're going to be doing that. Or you do it as a mob, like going into a YouTube channel and putting, where there's a fake narrative going down and getting your narrative across, but in a group sort of sense. And then you can sort of like make a comment and then see your colleague or your comrades comment and then make a, back them up, support them, etc. If somebody's being pressurized and you can see you've got an argument that they haven't seen yet, bang, you go, and vice versa. Maybe they'll bail you out some other time. So it's much better. It's much more fun if you do this as a group. Try it. If you've just been a lone sort of like soldier out there fighting the culture war on your keyboard on your own in enemy territory, it's far better if you do it as a team. So that's the whole idea of Groypers. So what we're gonna do now in about 10 minutes is we're gonna go on to enemy territory and we're gonna try and groyp. Hopefully they haven't sort of like shut up shop, but they haven't sort of like waved the white flag and said, okay, we're closing the comments down on the channel, but we'll see. So I can't see what people are saying here because I'm on a different screen because I was just doing something else. Because it was going on the YouTube. That still hasn't opened up. This is so slow. Right. Hi, Suzanne. Groyping is group trolling in a similar fashion to that of Nick Fuentes and the Amnats. Now, well, I've really seen it done. Let me just get rid of that screen. What I've seen a lot of lately, what I've seen with Groyping lately is Unwashed, and the Britnats have been doing it. And they do it really. He does it really well. It's fun. It's lighthearted. It's not too wacky. It's not too off the wall. It's more mainstream narcissism sort of stuff. Although it's a good idea. Okay, let's put these up here. Where do we start talking? There's Jay. How's it going, man? Yeah, we're bots. Yeah. It's basically just doing what we always do, but doing it together as a team, bonding and, backing each other up and all the rest. And then we can have a bit of crack. We can see the effect we can have as a team when we all pile in. Yeah. That's the idea. Heretic, I think I've seen you on Unwashed. On a Watch channel, or one of those lads like Dean Jiffield or some of those Britnats. When I say Britnats, I mean they're Britnats, but they're national, they're generic nationalists. Or we're all fighting the same fight, really. It's a good idea because I wouldn't be on the best and everything. It's good to have a bit of, but yeah, we can learn. This is the thing, we can learn off each other, share tips and stuff like that. And there's things you can do, the strategies you can do as a team. Yeah, Sinn Féin are streaming on YouTube. They've a channel which I've discovered. I don't know how long it's been there. They're quite amateurish. I mean, I don't want to touch. Just like me, they're no. Probably got a few more subs, to be honest. What does Red Squirrel say? Groyping is usually asking awkward questions and gatekeeper false conservative civ-nats. Well, that's the strictest sense of it. Yeah, that's the strictest sense of it. Yeah, but I've widened. I mean. It's been widened out. It's already been widened out by the Britnat Groypers. They go on centrist sort of stuff. We don't really have a centrist sort of channel here, the equivalent of, I suppose you could say that we have, grip maybe or something like that. Well, because everything's so small, I prefer to stay on the right side of gripped. And it doesn't have a massive audience anyway. So Sinn Féin is massive. Sinn Féin is where we're going to get lots of followers from. So Sinn Féin is the target, basically. Yeah, well, in our case, it's more centre left in terms of Sinn Féin. I don't really like this left right sort of thing, because I am actually in terms of economic justice and economic equality of opportunity, of course, but also there needs to be a social welfare type of system as well. Yeah, hello man. Yeah, I live in London, but Irish. Good man, good man. I lived in London for a while for my sins, but my kids live there, so I'll be back. I'm over here just for politics, to do my bit, because I was over there. I was trying to do as much as I could, but it was all online, and it's been fantastic to come over and meet people. When did I come? I came in November, so that's like 7 or 8 months ago. I arrived, and straight away I put myself in for election. Not having lived here for more than a month for about 5 years. That was funny. That was fun. That was a bit of a bare knuckles ride. Did I hear that? That got left behind. Yeah. That's what appears. Hi, Irish Real Media. I think Fianna Fáil have a definite patriotic vote. Technically, they're technically, very technically, yeah. Okay. Oh, time is slipping. Okay, I need to do one more thing, which is to go into. Actually, I can kill two birds with one stone, because let me just stop sharing that screen and go back into share screen. For those of you on Facebook, we have a Facebook group where we're going to coordinate the groyping, right? Where basically, maybe over this past weekend, since the start of that Facebook group, like there's been maybe 5 or 10 groyps a day, 5 or 10 targets. So one might be a Sinn Féin video, another one might be a Facebook. Let's go in and have a look at what we've been looking at. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. Chrome tab, Irish Groypers Facebook group, share audio, right. This might take a few seconds to come up. Oh, now it comes up. There's a nice picture of Pepe. I've only just noticed he's got 3 arms in this one. Well, it's not meant to be real. It's all a bit of fun. But this can be effective. It's effective. It's been effective in America. It's been effective in England. It's when it explodes. It's effective at exploding fake narratives. If you get a truthful, demographics, for example, channels who won't mention demographics. Okay, what was it I wanted to do? Yes, first of all, I wanted to drop this. I'm going to drop a link to this channel in here. Yeah. Groyp Pollution will not be televised, but it will be on YouTube. So that's for our. If this works right, there'll be a load of Facebookers in this Facebook group. I think there was about 40 or 50 the last time I looked, who will now jump over and join us. There we are. We've already got a thumbnail. I'm not sure I'm happy with that thumbnail, because it doesn't exactly represent. Oh, you see, there's somebody else wants to join the group already. I'm not going to go into those. Let's get rid of it. This is where. So there's an example of a gripe we did 4 hours ago. I put the link up. This was like an advertisement. Oh, we better actually get in here, because this is going to start soon. We better get in. So everybody jump on. Everybody follow this link. Well, actually, not this one. I'm going to put it up in a second. To the Sinn Féin channel. Everybody open up YouTube and get onto the Sinn Féin channel. Oh, you probably can't see that, can you? Actually, I need to do it in here. I need to do it in this. Damn. So who's completely lost? Well, that's opening up let's go back to the chat and see what's going on. Hi, Joe. Yeah, it is good fun. It is good fun. So everybody get on. Yeah, see you there, man. See you there. Get onto the Sinn Féin YouTube channel. This is the one we did earlier. Right, you see there, I try to get people to downvote that, and like our downvotes are nearly as much as their upvotes. So that's the ratio. You look at the ratio of downvotes. Can everybody see that? Okay. Let me go into StreamYard. Yeah. I presume you can see down at the bottom 53 upvotes and 45 downvotes. So when that video came up, when that video first came up, I got a load. I spread that around us. Now some of those are organic, like maybe half of them or 3/4 of them are organic, and maybe 2/3, maybe 1/3 of them or 1/4 are ours. So there's the channel. Shit, this is going to be starting now, right? That's it. Yeah, set reminder on. People are always asking me, look, how. This is actually a good point. You can see all the videos on the channel by going into this tab here, the videos tab. It's I only discovered that a while back. That's the best way to look, and it gives you a list of all the videos based with the most recent one 4 hours ago, 7 hours ago, etc., etc., etc. Actually, that one isn't up yet. That was the one we've just been looking at. The preview. That was just a 6-minute preview. This is the one, right? Change cannot be stopped. This is the one where this is the live stream. Okay, so guys, get on, downvote that, and let's see if the comments are on. Yeah, there's one more downvote. Let's see. You see, there should be enough of us on here now. There was I think there were 14 or 15 watching, so we should easily be able to turn that around to get more downvotes and upvotes if everybody jumps on. And that's good. That's demoralizing for them, you see. That's demoralizing. We're looking to prize these people away. Oh, look, they've turned the comments off. Oh, I wonder, will there be a live stream? Will there be, a chat? Chat is disabled for this live stream. The rotters. We'll watch it anyway. We can do make our own comments. But everybody who's watching, get that downvoted. Let's go back to the live stream and see if you're all. Yeah, we've got some good ones, haven't we? We've got some of Herman Kelly made up. I think that's Herman Kelly's Brits out, everybody else in. Yeah, they probably know that I was going to do this, or we've been sort of like rounding on them. What's this, Joe? It could have been, yeah. Comments are off, yeah. Well, that's a victory. That's a moral victory that they can't live with comments. They can't live with fair comment. The people commenting, to be fair, the people commenting on their live streams are not that hot, are not the best. Says a lot, doesn't it? And I'm just waiting for the day that they say, okay, guys, let's do the same on all the Irish nationalists, as they would call it. Let's do the same on the far right channels. And they wouldn't dare do it because they don't want their people to see our content. So we've sort of got them, we can do it to them, but they don't want to send general orders out. They'll probably handpick. They'll probably get a couple of apparatchiks. How's Anthony? To people who are not liable to be have their minds changed, but they wouldn't send their the normal base out onto our channels to downvote in case they got radicalized to our ideas. So they're waiting there. It's 9 up and 9 down, right? Okay, cool. Good man. Oh, we've ratioed it. It's now 11 down and 10 up, so that's like a 1.1 ratio. We've ratioed them. Yes. Small victories. No, but this is good. This is the fun. This is the fun of groyping. You do it as a team, and because you're doing it as a team, you've got more power. It's like everybody pulling on the rope at the same time can actually, you can pull down a tree or a statue if you're that way inclined. Right, that's great. I wonder, does that update? They're all running around behind the scenes like I was earlier, like panicking. Keeping us waiting. Getting there, trying to round up a team of upvoters to get that. They don't want to start. They don't want to start on a ratio, being ratioed. They're sending somebody around to my house here in Cookstown. Yeah, Anthony says, funny of us are a lot of ex-Champion members. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Let's get the comments have been flying in. Let me catch up here. Comments are off. It must be once. Good man, Fight Fair. Good to see you. Haven't seen you about for a while. Well, mind you, I've been off air for a while. Just doing other things. Just got fed. Did too much and then just got fed up with it. Racists have taken Uber. The racists have taken Uber the comments. Was ist los? The Nazis have taken over the comments. Yeah, that's what they're saying, right? They're on this haven't even got started. It mightn't even have been us that put the. Well, give me a one if. Let me just get rid of that. One in the comments if you downvoted. Let's see how many of us downvoted. Let me just type that there. One if you downvoted. This is I love these live stream. The feel of the live stream. All this live stream stuff. Oh, there's. Oh man. Moses. I'll tell you sometime why I call him Moses. Yeah, let's see how many of us downvoted there. I'm sure it was more than that. I think Jake Cal said you downvoted too. Yeah, there was a load of us downvoted. Probably found out there's about 10 of us downvoted because I'm doing this. There's I've got a tell. There's a tell. Okay, so let me. While we're waiting for them to come on, right, let me just check that that's still... Oh, 28! There's 49 waiting and 28 for us. This is good crack. This is good crack. I'll be looking over my shoulder walking around Cookstown. 31-13. Sounds like something capitalish. Yeah, because of reverse numbers. You see the crack. If only the comments were on. If only, go on, Sinn Féin, turn the comments on, these big chickens. Yeah, there's a all right, okay. I didn't mean to show that actually. So yeah, there's a Telegram group. It's called Irish Groypers, and while we're waiting, I'll show you the Facebook group. This is all totally. There's a bit of crack happening in here. There's a bit of. Oh, there we go. Right, this means it's the 4-minute countdown. Let me just turn that down a bit because that's deafening, isn't it? It's all totally legal. It's all good, clean fun. It's all totally legal, of course. Oh no, I don't want to show the Telegram. Okay. Change cannot be stopped. Groyping cannot be stopped. Change cannot be stopped. Change is inevitable. Good man, Graham. Good man. No, the votes is the down thumbs. The down thumbs on their channel in this video. For somebody who's asking what is down, oh sorry, not that one. That's ours. This, see my, I don't know if you guys can see the mouse, but down here just under the videos, at 15 upvotes and 38 downvotes, and that's what we mean by downvotes, or downvote, down thumb. Yeah. So, and you ratio whenever you get more downvotes than upvotes, then that's you turn the ratios around. The verb is to ratio it. To ratio, you get the the ratio. If it's 16 and 16, then the ratio will be 1-to-1. If it's 32 down and 16 up, then it's 2-to-1. The ratio is 2-to-1 downvotes to upvotes. And at the moment we're over 2. We're 2.5 or nearly 2.5 ratio. Woo! Well done, the Groypers. Well done, the Irish Groypers. Groypery Ernach. Ernig. Groypery Ernig. Ernig. How would I say that? Drogheda Irish bit. It's 37 votes now. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I don't know. Will we bother watching it? Because maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Yeah, I still haven't turned the comments on. What was I doing? I was going to look at the chat on the Facebook group. I was going to show you the Facebook group. That's right. Damn, it's gone. That's my personal. There it is. Irish Groypers. Can you believe this time last year? What are we in May, June? 15th of June. Yeah, I was so afraid and hiding away behind, like half sort of. Why can't I go on to Irish Groypers if they're going to close down the fuckers? Yeah, I used to be trying to hide my identity, and then a national paper did me pushed me out into the basically the paper doxed me because of the part I played in Uachtarard. And someday people are challenged and saying, "Oh, you didn't do anything for Uachtarard, you don't do anything." Someday I'll release the files, private conversations that show that it did. Okay. And some mad heads have been accusing me of abusing people and stuff like that. But you'll see for yourselves that I didn't. I've been very fair with people. What did I come in here to do? I can't remember. Oh yeah, to show you the group. Oh, you can't even see it, can you? Because you're watching Sinn Féin.
So good evening to you all, one and all. Today, as you know, is the day where Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael and the Greens have finally produced their programme for government. And we know that there's been much discussion and there are many questions now as to what all of this means and what happens next. And that's why we're joining you live this evening on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, to have that.
Oh, they're fighting back.
Answer at least some of your questions. And I'm joined by Ono Bryn, our spokesperson on housing, and Pierce Doherty, who's our deputy leader in the Dáil, and as you all know, also our finance spokesperson. So what we want to do this evening is to take some of your questions and maybe just to set out for all of us what this moment in Irish political life means, what's the direction for our next steps, and critically, what it means in terms of the core issues that we campaigned on in the election. You remember the issue of housing, the issue of a properly resourced public health system, the issue around the age of pension entitlement. So we're going to get to as much of that as we can this evening. But before we do, I want to say this. From the day of the election, as the votes were being counted, I, as leader of Sinn Féin, started a whole series of contacts with party leaders right across the board. And we had, over the weeks and months, many very, very useful discussions with many people across Irish political life. In fact, we spoke to every political party and the independents that would speak to us. Pierce Doherty was our lead negotiator. Owen and myself, naturally, were deeply involved.
Right, lads. I think I'll let her get on with it there.
That we understand that we got a mandate for government, and we want Sinn Féin in government. And
let me just
and we will
get rid of Mary Lou there for a second. No, she won't. Hey, okay, so Drogheda Irish Patriots, how do you mean they're on to us? Did they say something? No, but there was no comments or anything like that. I see, keeping up narrative, asking for British Army back on the streets after mass immigration, I presume you mean by that? Alright, I don't want to get into the personal insults. Yeah, pure cheek. Drogheda Irish Patriots, do you want to come on and have a chat and let us know how it went yesterday? And both of you, I can send you out the invite link. Sinners, we've done a wee bit about the Groyping thing. I can, in the meantime, put up. There was some good Facebook Groyping. Facebook Groyping's a bit different because obviously it doesn't happen in real time per se. Because there might be 5 minutes between the comments, but if you're following the thing, then you can, you get the notifications. You could have it's really cool when there's like 5 people commenting at the same time, and you get notifications, and especially if you're friends with some of the other people, you can see what they're putting up. So basically, what I'm going to invite you to do is to join. Right, before we do that, I'm going to put the invite link out in case Drogheda Irish Patriots want to come on and have a chat. Copy the clipboard. And then while they're deciding and if they want to do that and coming in, if they want to do that, deciding if they're going to come in and coming into the green screen, the green room, I can explain. We can have a look at this Facebook group and look at the Facebook group. And basically, it would be somebody, not always me. It's good to see other people as well. We'll throw up a link. Actually, do you know what I'll do? I won't show it because I'll just put the link up. Yeah, we'll throw up a link into the Facebook group, and then we'll all go on there and find the fake narrative and start commenting on it and start disliking and all the rest. And it's really good when you can get in early, because if you can get in early before their supporters come in, you can really you can own the first 10 comments. So the most recent comments, or the comments with the biggest sort of response. Both of you, Karen just texted me. I'm saying both of you, if you can. If it's just you, then just come on. You're more than welcome to come on yourself. If Cahal's not coming on, there. That's the link to the Facebook group. And there's a Telegram group as well. So if you want to be on the Telegram group, I recommend that you come through the Facebook group, because I'm going to post up the Telegram link in the Facebook group. I don't want to just give out the Telegram group willy-nilly, because I don't know enough people on Telegram yet to be able to say when I see a Telegram account to know, oh, is this a decent one or some sort of dodgy one. So I prefer to, and it's much easier for me to. I know about 50. I'm probably connected with 50% of the Patriots that are on Facebook, because I've just been adding people like crazy over the past year. Probably added about 3,000 people. Yeah, Irish Real Media. That's interesting. What Irish Real Media says. Do you notice how Sinn Féin don't want to talk a debate with Real Patriots? Clever tactics, but we can get them eventually. But we don't get them by debating them exactly. We just go around the doors and talk to the followers. And some of them will already be interested and curious about us already. I've had that. Look at one. Okay, one in the chat, 2 if not. 1 if yes, and 2 if not. If you've been a member of Sinn Féin in the past, or voted for Sinn Féin in the past. So 1 if you voted for Sinn Féin, or supported them in the, let's say supported or supported. Two, so two is not, obviously. One is yes, two is no. In all things. the end's been upvoting really. Okay, well that's good to know. That's good to know. So two, it's not 20 upvotes organic. It's not 22 upvotes. It's only 20 because the end's been trolling us. I know the end's a nationalist. The end's a nationalist. He wouldn't be here if he wasn't. So I've put the link up there. The Facebook link. Talked about getting into Telegram. Now, when I said if you voted for Sinn Féin ever or supported Sinn Féin ever, because I heard a few people say, and this is not a witch hunt, this is not an excuse to go and start trolling all the other people. I voted Renew in 2016 and into this year, best of bad lads. Yeah, you must have been in one of the constituencies that didn't have a nationalist candidate, I'm guessing. So I'm going to check and see if Drogheda Irish Patriots are coming in. I met with three nationalists yesterday, face to face. Just in town, went for a walk in Tyrone here. It was excellent. Let me see if any of them want to talk about it. So you don't just hear it from me, you hear it from the horse's mouth. Talk about it. Yeah, so there's no pressure for them to do that. No pressure, guys, if you're listening. Shoot. The links are killing me here. The links are killing me. So, yeah, I was hoping that Sinn Féin would leave the comments on and we could have a bit of sport. You know, we could do the comments live and I could broadcast it. There's not much point showing the... no, it's close today, isn't it? Oh, there's somebody just come in. Cal. Oh, we're still winning. We're still winning. They're pulling out all the stops. Just, yeah, Cahill says, sure, I'll talk about that in a second. I'll just bring Cahill in. Mr. Murhu, could you my tattoo?
Connor, come on. Come on, so, show a grouping.
Show a grouping.
Show a grouping.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Did you grope? Did you
I
grope?
groped, yeah.
It's not groping, it's grope. Yeah.
Groping. Yeah, I voted that.
It's groyping. Yeah, good man. Oh yeah, so we were talking earlier on about it. Yeah, but that's the soft, easy end of it. Is just downvoting something, but it gets more.
Come on.
It's a shame that the comments weren't open. But sometime we'll just bomb the live comments. Yeah, we'll get in and mob the live comments and something or other.
They're not playing fair, but they never did, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
They're not playing a straight back, are they?
No. Would you expect them to? Really. So there's Jay Cahill saying a few Patriots were he's meeting up this weekend. Okay, good man. Is that's down his end of the country. I know what end of the country he's from, so that's excellent. Tis the season to be meeting face to face. I had a meeting yesterday with three other people. One of them I'd met before. The other two I'd spoken to through Facebook Messenger. I've actually been in contact a fella from the far end of the county. Probably been in contact with him the longest, probably about 9 months. And he actually introduced me to the other guy who actually came and I went to his house to see a bit of room 6 months ago when I was looking for when I was moving to the area just before my election campaign. And turns out that he was on the same wavelength as myself in terms of politics, and we got talking. And he came and canvassed with me, which is he came twice. He came over twice and canvassed. That was a great.
Have I met him?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. No, because he hasn't been down. He hasn't been further than on politics business. He hasn't crossed the ban on politics business yet. So he was my most solid contact, because even though I didn't meet him first, he's been over, and he's turned into a good friend, and we hang out and sound ideas off each other. He's very, very talented and intelligent fella, writing a novel, lived abroad for a long time, longer than I did, and has that perspective. So we just sat back and let the other two talk, and boy did they need to talk. The fella from the other end of the county, and there's a lady came down from Belfast, and they hardly any of them knew each other. No, well, she didn't know any of them before, but she actually, it turns out that she knew some of them. So I didn't. No. Somebody else. I wouldn't want to say who it was. But she actually, turns out that she knew them from their social media profiles. So it's funny, she was like, "Oh, you're such and such." Oh, yeah. We were in touch on something, or they were actually doing a bit of groyping, because the woman in Belfast, she has been doing this sort of, she's been out representing the nationalist viewpoint, the nationalist narrative, in pages. And she actually was asking for support, and then that's what made me think, well, why don't we just formalize this and create not just a one-off support for her, because she's like, she's been surrounded, as it were, in a conversation, but she, group-wise, they won the narrative, and then let's formalize this and give everybody an opportunity to do this whenever they get stuck in a narrative or they want to tackle something, and then just be doing it all the time. So, like, a lot of people are stuck in the house, a lot of people are still in lockdowns. So rather than just like posting into the echo chamber, use that Facebook time to come on to the Irish Groypers group and pick out one of the projects, one of the Groyp targets that we put up for the day, or stick your own in, and then just see who, the idea is that everybody's watching it and going in and out of that during the day.
It's like a watch party sort of thing.
Yeah, but you're commenting live, and it's in anger, because you're actually you could be making points that actually win. You're in a place where there are swing voters available, or people that you could possibly win over by your arguments, by the strength of your arguments. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to change the mind of the person who put the post up, or the person whose video it is. Like, we're not going to change Mary Lou. We're not. It's not directed at Mary Lou, or if it's a post, if it's a Facebook post by somebody about BLM or something like that, or a journalist. One was, we went on to Kildare Now. Actually, there was like 600 negative comments by the time, and we contributed to that. There were 600 negative comments. I see that they're working away here. They're like commenting like crazy on the Facebook page in the background. 47. Pauline says 47 dislikes now. This is fun, isn't it?
I wonder what they're thinking. I wonder what they're thinking about that, or do they think they've just been infiltrated or whatever?
Oh no! I mean, they'll find out soon enough. They might even know already.
They'll see that. I mean, they'll be able to see that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But just anyway, you're talking.
I get shouted at in the streets again. They'll be guarding at me out of cars like they were just after the election. They were shouting stuff. I had my headphones in. I couldn't hear what they were saying. Young lads driving past. Yeah, that's part of the course.
It's a badge of honor, as I.
Badge of honor, dude. You're
getting to them.
Above target. You're above target. Yeah. So how did it go yesterday? Was it yesterday or Saturday?
Yeah.
Sorry, go on ahead.
Well, Saturday. Have you been getting the new members I've been sending you on? Yeah.
Yes.
I
haven't had a chance to get in contact with him. Yes.
No, I've been very busy. We've dealing with going through the backlog list. We're getting a lot of feedback. A lot of areas that there aren't commons in yet. So I'm going to take them under our wing and draw it for the meantime. They're sort of central, so they're going to come along with us hopefully I've dumped them into the Facebook or to the WhatsApp, so they're going to come along with me for the time being. If there's no coming, and but no, Saturday was excellent, fantastic feedback. In fact, I met a lot of guys.
Let's just explain to people what. Do you want to just set the scene for anybody who doesn't really realize, because we haven't really. You and I know what we're talking about when we say Saturday, but just for the audience, there's 14 people watching there. So,
yeah,
what was the plan, and what did you do?
I was out with a team of basically the Drogheda Common, and a lot of the guys in the local area around Louth were out doing a wee canvas. The first time we were out since the lockdown, really, and it was just it was great fun. It was very enjoyable. I mean, anybody who's sort of nervous about it, don't just come along. Get a feel for it. It was a lovely day in the sunshine. No negative shit in it at all, really. I mean, very positive. Everybody from a lot of Catholic religion ones were doing a wee bit of a thing on their own. Nick, we were enjoying this. They liked what we were saying about pro-life. A lot of some Sinn Féiners who thought we were Sinn Féin, but liked everything that we said, and there's maybe puts a wee doubt in their mind about who they're voting for. I met a lot of people that actually voted for me as well. Had great discussions there with very, very positive. We're going to be doing it again in Dundalk on Saturday. So if anybody's about, including yourself, if you want to come down and join us,
might do. Thanks. Much appreciated.
The following week we will be in Drogheda again. I'm not going to give the exact times and places, but I think Karen's asking to get into the link there. She's not.
Oh, well, I put it in the chat, but I'll put it back. I'll put it in again.
Okay. But no, it was very good. Any would-be canvassers or whatever, please come and join us. Get on to the Drogheda Patriots, or get on to the Louth Patriots Facebook page. Maybe if Connor, if you want to put it up there.
I just put the link up for Karen first. Karen, the link's in the chat if you're watching. Or is Karen watching on YouTube? I'll send it to her.
I'm not sure.
I'll send it to her by. Oh, there, yeah, I've got her.
So come along on Saturday in Dundalk. Hoping to
tell Karen. I've sent her the link.
Right, get the Dundalk gang out again. So we've had the Drogheda ones out. We're going to get the Dundalk ones out. Just get everybody together again. It's really, even to come down for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and just meet up. It'll be good for you. It'll be good psychologically to get back out chatting, meeting people. I thought it was very good that way as well. I mean, a lot of people were very frustrated with the whole lockdown, and that people were getting sort of the lockdown blues and getting upset with each other and stuff. But once they've met up again, that all just dissipates and goes back into the background. And we're all on the same page here. We're all in the same boat. We just want to do the right thing for the country. So come and join us. Dundalk on Saturday, and then Drogheda the following. And then we'll take it from there, guys. So if Paul, do you want to put
your phone? Do you comfortable putting your phone number up or anything like that, or would you prefer to people contacted you by email or something like that? I can type in the. You can type in the email. We can't. It's your.
Well, probably contact. Type in just Drogheda at IFP. Drogheda at irishfreedom.ie.
Drogheda IFP.
Drogheda at irishfreedom.ie. And
is IFP a short way of saying that? Does that work?
It is on. That's the one it's in. That's what it's the Drogheda IFP email address. So Drogheda at irishfreedom.
Is that right?
Yes, Drogheda at irishfreedom.ie.
Okay. So yeah, we had a. You know what I found is that people who were meeting new people for the first time. The lady from Belfast had only met one. She'd done some canvassing before, so she'd maybe met one other patriot or nationalist, like face to face. She hadn't met a whole load of people, and I'm thinking of like all these thousands of hours of like absorbing information. But at least she was one of the people who doesn't just absorb information, but was actually spreading it out to the outside world through going onto various pages in Belfast to spread this out. But then this is where she was getting into. She was feeling mobbed and overwhelmed, and this is why we're putting together the Groypers, the Irish Groypers project to give the lady who came down from Belfast on Sunday.
Right.
Yesterday. So she was already out in the outside world, but she hadn't met a whole load of other narcissists apart from that one time she did canvassing. So I, fair play to her. You drove off to do canvassing down in the for the general election down south of the border, etc. She came down with us, and she had a lot to say. And the guy who came from the other end of the county had also been down south canvassing, but apart from that, he hadn't met. Apart from our mutual friend, he hadn't met too many local people at all. So this was like it was therapeutic for them. It was a tonic, and they were like off and talking, Irish politics into US politics, into medical issues.
It is therapeutic to get out. I mean, to get out and meet people face to face. It was a great lift. I mean, we'd seen people there that we hadn't seen for 3 months. You saw the pictures.
Yeah. It was good to see some of those.
It was a positive vibe, and I mean, I know there's been a few people have different sort of opinions slightly on things, but we're all in the same boat. On where
it was good to see those people back. I know there was people that I'd had to sort of clamp down on other. So go on ahead.
Yeah, it is therapeutic. It is therapeutic, and I would advise anybody to not be concerned about it. There's very, very little negative flack that you're going to get, and I mean, we have some good guys along there with us anyway. Who are going to protect people. Nobody's going to get hurt. Nobody's going to get abuse. So if there is any, we'll snuff it out immediately. It's all a very positive. It's all a very positive vibe. There'll be enough of us there for moral support. So don't anybody feel any way intimidated by it. And if you do, just come along for a wee while anyway and see how you get on. And you'll enjoy it and take it from there. So as I said, I'll repeat again, don't go up Saturday. Your connection's gone.
And he's back. My good old computer managed to do what it always does. It just got excited about the thought of the camera's not too good. Karen, are you still there? Earth calling Karen. Karen's probably bored waiting. Hello. Hi, Louise. Good to have you on board. First, I think it's your first time on the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I think I know you from we were chatting. Anybody who's new while we're waiting for Karen and Cal, come back, man, come back. All is forgiven. Karen, can you hear us? Yeah, I'm back, but sorry about that, guys. Technical issue. Our mom, and you see, they've no patience at all. So yeah, while I'm waiting for them to come back here, I'll just take Karen out. I hear something about. I'll take her out just in case she says something that she didn't mean to say, because mightn't realise it was on air. Let me just catch it. Oh, they've caught up, have they? They've caught up, the buggers. That's how we look. Oh no, we're behind. Yeah, they've re-ratioed us. Come on, guys, get on there and onto that. I'm going to put it up now. We were groyping there at the Sinn Féin talk. Oh, there's people coming back. Hello, Karen, is that you? No, I heard a bump. I heard some sort of a. Yeah, so for anybody who came, if you haven't groyped already on the Sinn Féin talk, there's the link. Get on and downvote if you haven't downvoted already. We're trying to get more downvotes and upvotes. At the moment, it's sitting at 66 up and 64. But there was a while there when we were like double or treble. The downvotes were double or treble the upvotes. I guess you'll probably just keep talking and talking now that you realise that the more she talks, then the more followers for her come on. Anyway, it was good while it lasted. We were 2-1 up. We were 3-1 up at one point there. So that's the link. I've just put the link into the chat. I keep hearing this little beep, and I'm wondering. Hello, Karen, is that you back? Hello? Hello. Right, okay. So what we were talking about, yeah, so meeting up face to face. So yeah, just amazing how much knowledge people had. How much, and then it's not. I mean, me and the fellow who met a few times before, we just sat back and we laughed. If you're in fours, in a group of four, sometimes it splits into twos and twos, especially when you're walking. I just look at these guys. They're like us, like 2 weeks ago or a month ago. When we had all this talking to do, and none of us could get a word in edgeways. Were we like that? Yeah, we were like that. Now we've sort of like talked ourselves out. We've talked about the problem. And now we're thinking in terms of solutions. But people need to talk about the problem for a while before they can get that. They have to get vent and get that out of the system before you can start talking. Before they're able to listen or even think about solutions. So. It's all part of the learning process. You start to see these things, and we feel a lot stronger individually and also as a group, having met together. So take advantage, get hold of people. Where are people from? There's do people want to say? I pretty much know where some of you guys are from, but I don't want to say if you don't, unless if you want to say yourself. So maybe somebody would be brave enough to say which county you're from, and it might turn out that somebody else from the same county, and then you could like somehow swap information and meet up with each other. Because I recognize all the people who have commented. There's no, apart from the end. The end's like neutral. The end's harmless. Hi Cal, thanks for that, man. I'll just go run down through these. Look, Boyne. Does that mean the white crowd and Look Boyne? Is it Boyne as in white or something else? That adjective, Boyne. To change the title of the president, looked around to R3. Yeah, okay. Back towards the Brehon laws, maybe. It looks like we've lost the two Drogheda Patriots. Descendants of white. Okay. That's your name you're talking about, I think, isn't it? Lucht means a crowd, so Lucht Dibra, for example, that's the work crowd, Workers' Party. Yeah, I mean, imagine if the number of people who are on GT's channel, if they were all to do that, to jump on and down or do a bit of groyping, you could just completely change you could embarrass people. You could like really, really change the narratives. I mean, it's a bit of fun. It's not, the downvoting is one thing. The arguments, the comments and the arguments are really where it's at, but they won't let us play that game. So we have to play darts with the numbers, play a simpler game. Yes, Jay Cahal, I totally agree. There's, I referred to him as Moses earlier. Takes his people out into the desert and leads them around in circles for 40 years. Yeah, you could do it that way, but sure, you know, it's a lot of work, and just get the numbers and have a bit of, you know, it's sometimes setting up all these alt accounts could be a bit of a pain. I find it like it's not something I've done a lot of, maybe done once or twice. It's boring work. You think just express yourself and talk. Rather than set up alt accounts and have 50 alt accounts going, wouldn't it be better to talk to 50 real people? And it takes longer, obviously, but it's going to have more effect in the real world if we can recruit 50 real people to do it. Then that's 50 people that you can also talk, you know, that you're in contact with. You sense of team, and you can meet up with them if they're in your area, and maybe have a big meet up at the end of the year and stuff like that, and a sense of togetherness. And great things can happen with the sense of togetherness. I think that was it. Yeah, that was 9 minutes ago. They were neck and neck. That's the joke of two people who have met on protests. Yes, that's the sort of banter that you get from two people who know each other from protests. That was me just after it died. Possibly there's Louise. Yeah, so I caught up with everything, I think. Any questions? There's more peace. We were talking to somebody the other day about all these Irish women and their fake tan. You know, there's some degree of self-hatred there, isn't there? You know, some degree of maybe I'm as bad. I'm always looking to get suntan. They were one up. Let me see. Oh, now there's 5. Now there's 7 up. It's clear daylight starting the show between us. So, well, we won. We were winning for a while there, but that's an achievement. Like, that's just a small channel like mine. 300, not even 300 subscribers. By the way, there's a hint. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Like this one. Comment favorably. Tell your friends about it. Yeah, Caribbean. Well, more peace. Yeah, I mean, look, to be fair, he's done some great work. You know, he's done some work, but you need to adapt. You always need to be adapt to the change of situations, and the situation now requires something different from what it required like a year ago or 6 months ago. Okay, it does require the sort of like entertainer job that he's doing, but also, you know, he is the de facto leader of nationalism in this country because he's got the most. He's broadcasting twice a day, for an hour each time. And nobody else has that sort of like airspace, and it's fine that he sort of entertains people, and he brings in varied and wide range of things. But how about using that massive opportunity that he has with over 20,000 subscribers and like up to 1,000 people, up to 500 people in a live chat every day to say, look, let's go and start taking the small steps that are going to lead to big change. Not just like sit there and passively take in the information, but actually, we need to get people elected. So let's build back from getting somebody. Let's build back from getting somebody elected in your constituency. That means, does anybody know how many votes it typically takes to get somebody elected? Answer me in the live chat. Do you know if your constituency is a 5 TD constituency, a 4 TD constituency, or a 3 TD constituency? These are the things we need to start becoming cognizant of these things. Yeah, we need to start thinking about what is the size of the electorate in your constituency. Tell me in the live chat if you know. Let me just get rid of that Skype. How many people stood in the last election? No, Pauline, it wouldn't be. I wouldn't go as. No, I wouldn't say that. I think his heart's in the right place. His heart is definitely in the right place, and the fact that he was in the British Army doesn't really. Like, many great nationalists were in the British Army at one point or another, and that was like a long time ago. I'm not going to Okay, we can agree to disagree on that one. I wouldn't blame him for that. The Brits aren't the enemy anymore. It's supranational organizations. Certainly not the normal Brits, the British people or the English people. There's a big difference between British imperialism and English nationalism as well. I have no issue with English nationalism whatsoever. British imperialism, of course, I have an issue with that. Well, it's a thing of the past. British imperialism is pretty much a thing of the past. They're only in the north because of the Unionists and the Loyalists. They'd get out of it if they could. They offered the 1973 Sunning deal. They were willing to, pull out. So where were we? We were talking about. Lookbon says 3. Is that an answer to the constituency? Oh yeah, that's a 3. So you're a 3-person, a three. Good, thank you. You're a 3 TD constituency. So that means it's going to be one of the smaller constituencies. So might be 50,000 or 60,000 voters, and you might need 10. You might need. Have a look on Wikipedia. Wikipedia has, if you put your constituency name into Wikipedia, it'll tell you. There'll be like. Let's say Louth, for example, Louth, Doyle constituency. It will say, your constituency, and then open brackets Doyle constituency. There'll be an entry in Wikipedia, and it'll give you all the stats. It'll tell you who was returned last time, and the interesting thing is to see what did the lowest returned TD get. It might be 5,000. It's usually between 5,000 and 10,000. So it might be 7,000. So you get that for your constituency. Everybody. If you want, here's a challenge. Go and do it now. Open up Wikipedia, search for your Doyle constituency, and find out how many the last TD. So if it was 5, if it was a 5 TD constituency, then the person who got in 5th place. If it was a 3 TD constituency, then the person who got in the 3rd place. Find out how many votes they got last time, because that's going to be our target. That's our target. That's what we need to have in our mind. Cahill saying 4 TDs in Limerick. Last seat usually gets filled without meeting the quota. 3,000 to 4,000. You see, it can be done. 3,000 to 4,000 number ones is what's needed for a chance at the 4th seat. That's, in some other constituencies, it might be 7,000. So if you know that your constituency, you need to know what is typical. And if it's it might be 3,000 one year, 3,500 next year, 2,800. There'll be an average it out over the years. Over the last 10 years, last three elections, and you'll have an idea what it is. So let's say Limerick. So let's say it's 3,500, and then I think the National Party got, let's say, 300, 400 votes down there in one of those constituencies. I don't know if it was Limerick City or Limerick County. So they need to increase their vote by 10 times, and that is certainly doable in 2 cycles if we had 2 more election cycles, but could even conceivably be done in 1 cycle. So do a little bit of math. Think how many people came out, how many followers, how many canvassers did that party have? Let's not talk about Limerick, because I don't want to piss off the National Party by peace everybody. Make it seem as if I'm looking down my nose, which is certainly not. But let's take an example, just a hypothetical constituency that has 5,000. Let's say 5,000 votes was the average the last TD elected in the last 3 or 4 elections, right? It was 5,000 votes. And in the last election, the Nationalist candidate, whether it was Renua, Gemma, AFP, National Party, got 500. That means that you have to up the vote by 10 times. Let's say there were 10 people, a canvassing team of 10 people got that 500 votes. So if there's a sort of like a proportional relationship between the number of people canvassing and the number of votes you get, how many people do you need to get 5,000 votes? I.e., to get somebody, how many people canvassing do you need to get 5,000 votes? Well, 5,000 is 10 times more than 500, so you need 10 times the number of people. So instead of 10 people, you need 100 people. So these are sort of things we need to be. I know it's all rough and back of an envelope sort of thing, but it is, these are the. If you're not thinking like this, then if we're not thinking like this, then we're not going to. We're not winning. We haven't got the winning mentality. It's like you're Liverpool and you're 3 goals down in the second half of the UEFA Cup, Champions League. Right, you've got 45 minutes in the second half. Your manager's all right. A goal every 15 minutes would do it. So you know what your target is going out. Like every 15 minutes, you should be scoring a goal, right? So, so you get it right. So we need 10 times the canvassing team to get some that we had last time to get somebody elected. So how are we going to get 100 people together? Right, we've got 10 people, and we need to grow that to 100. So we've got it could be 6 months, it could be a year. We've got this time, and it could be as little as 6 months' time. We need to grow our canvassing team from 10 people to 100 people. It means you need to be in contact with people. You need to be trying to build that team, and I would suggest going on socials, meeting people, getting to know people. Even if don't wait for whoever the local party is to do it. That party mightn't exist, or the candidate mightn't exist. The candidate might die of a heart attack in the next 5 or 10 years. It might emigrate, might decide they don't want to be involved in politics. Somebody else could come in. So each of us needs to be proactive in this. We could all be going out and looking for the other nationalists in our constituency to work towards that figure, whether it's 100 or 200. We will have worked out how many people we need to have roughly to get somebody, canvassers or election team that would enable somebody to get elected. Now, I don't think, I can't talk to somebody on the doorstep, so I'm just going to sit at home because I can't help out. Because you're like those 4 people that the 4 of us had met yesterday. Let's say 2 of them are never going to canvass, but the fact that they were at the meeting made a difference. It made the meeting better, and that will attract. You could not be thinking that you're ever going to canvass, and that's okay. But even just going to the meetings and being there, and you might think it's making up the numbers, but it actually, in a small movement where it's just 1s and 2s, people feel alone. It's like if you're the 3rd person in the room, two's what is it to say? Two's company, 3's a crowd. So you change it from company to a crowd, and the next person who's walking in the door and feeling nervous. They might turn around. They might be ready to turn on their heels if there's only 2 people. But if they see 3 people, say okay, and they might somebody see you and you're the person that they feel without knowing you, they look at you and think, oh, I can relate. I think I can relate to this person, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go in and meet with these people. So you make a difference. Every meeting face to face, your presence makes a massive difference. Will make a massive difference at this small stage. You're the seed. We are those of us who are here now. We're the seeds of the future. We're the seeds of change. Drogheda Irish Patriot says they're ahead on elections now. Go ahead again. Well, unfortunately, we can't vote early. Vote. What is it to say? Vote early, vote often. Unfortunately, we can't. This is one time where. Anyway, I'm not. I'm joking. I'm joking, of course. We don't condone that at all. Never have. Never done that. Never been involved in anything like that. Okay, cool. I see critiques on with Philip Dwyer. That'll be good. So I'm going to wrap up. Thanks everybody for coming on. Please join Irish Groypers. I'll probably, if we've got a big target coming for groyping, I'll probably do another live stream about it. So watch out for that too. If you're in Facebook, join the Facebook group Irish Groypers. The link's in the chat somewhere. I'll put it in before I leave. It's also on Telegram, the same name. Cool. What else was I saying? I was saying to get in touch. How can you get in touch with people through YouTube? When you create an account, is there some way to send people emails and things like that? I suppose you have to make your email address public, don't you? Are people comfortable? I don't know. Anyway, sure, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. That's a good one there, Paul. That's a good comment. That's the comment to leave you on. So this thing was about 2 things. The groyping, which is a bit of fun, and it gets our message and our narrative out there in the real world and embarrasses the fake narratives. And secondly is meeting up face to face and being realistic about what it's going to take to get somebody elected in your constituency. We all need to become cognizant of that. And I wish the YouTubers, the influencers would spend a wee bit more time talking about that. I know it's a little bit more boring and it's not as interesting as, what's happening in America, but it's the bread and butter stuff that we do need to be focusing on, because if we don't, we're lost. If we don't, we're lost, guys. And it looks like it might be, we were hoping that there would be another election in a month or two, but it's probably going to be 6 months at the earliest. You never know with coalition governments. So this one's, I think it's got a majority of 4 I worked out. If it is just those 3 parties, it's going to be unstable. So there's going to be a fair old chance of an election coming up. So we need to prepare as if there is one. And then once the preparation is done and we get to know each other, then we can relax after that, right? So give you a challenge: find 10 people in your local area and meet them over the next 3 months, and check in with them. One on the comment if you take that on. Let's give what's a realistic. Let's say 2 people. Find 2 people each of you within 3 months from today. What is it? The 15th of June. So by the 15th of August, you'll have met 2 new people. Obviously not people that you already know, but that could be somebody that you know on Facebook and you just haven't met them in real life. That's an easy, that's a cheap way to win this game, right? Or Telegram or something like that. So somebody that you interact with already and you know they're in the same area. There you go. Go and meet them. Arrange a meeting. And be persistent. Okay, so 1 in the stream if you take that on, 2 if you don't. To challenge to meet 2 people. Meet 2 people in person from your area, from within like 50 kilometers, let's say, over the next 3 months. 2 new people. J. Cal takes it on. 1 if you take it on, 2 if you don't. I think I'll play out that song. That's a cool wee song, isn't it? I'll play it with that song. Yeah, I love that song. Oh, I need to do a screen share. Actually, I'll just put that up first. Somebody's calling me. Okay, it's calling me again. Right, so I'll just type. You nearly think I was popular, wouldn't you? Right. So please answer the survey. There's lots of ones coming through there. Yes, that's the Patriots. That's the style. So I want you to report back and let me know how it goes. Yeah, just on next time we talk. Yeah, or send me an email. Let me know how it goes. Good man on 4. Good to see you. So get this wee song going in a second. I'll play out with that, and I'll say my goodbyes now. So I'll give I'll catch you next time. Thank you for your kind attention, guys. The Ballad of the Wandering Ailment. Hopefully we're not in a crashing situation again. Too many things open.
Called my name.
Can somebody buy me a new computer? Keen on current. We'll get it going yet. I'll just refresh that page. I'm trying to get rid of these wee windows here as well. Slán tomato. Ahahal. A better powered money. On a better powered second-hand one. YouTube is a much smaller website. Oh man, I was just so looking forward to playing out in that tune. Yeah, the weather's turned. It was like lovely sun there, but an hour. Well, how long have we been on? Probably about an hour and 15. I can't even. I was talking to Philip Dwyer today. Oh, yeah, Philip's on right now. He's got a new channel. Maybe I better let you go because this isn't. That's just taking too long. Go and tune in with them. That's a great double act. Critiqued with the research, and then Philip brings in the real life, man management, the business experience in terms of getting things done. He stood for election, and he's managed a team of canvassers, so he knows, he can bring in that real life and say what's needed. Okay, guys, I'll say over and out for now. Talk to you soon. Can't even end